Good Monday morning, everyone. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We had a terrific weekend. I'm going to
Busy weekend, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to show you in a few minutes what I spent my weekend working on. But first of all, I want to say thank you to all of our new subscribers. Last week was our biggest week ever as far as growth in subscribers. So welcome to all the new people. Welcome to all the old timers that have been around with us for a while. And we're really excited about sharing some stuff with you. So in case you new people don't know what this is our Monday and Wednesday we do coffee and questions, and this is coffee and questions. So although today one of them is going to be about a subject that I'm picking, and the other one will be a question. So first of all, I guess let's get into to my part of it. So you guys, if you watched maybe about 2 months ago, I did a sign for Vicky and Dad and I to put out in front of the property out of a piece of black walnut that we got from a friend of ours, Brad Bear. Sent me a piece of walnut, a couple pieces actually, and I made a sign, and came out fantastic. Was really happy with it. Here it is, and I hung it up outside, but we had an issue with it. So here's the sign. It looked a little bit better than this when it was brand new.
Let's see if I can zoom in on those letters.
So what my problem is this is the first sign that I've made for us and hung it out into the Arizona climate, and you can see that it was only outside for, it's actually been, the finish has been starting to go bad now for a few weeks. When I noticed it, it was right after a really hard rainstorm, one of our monsoon storms, and you can see how it's starting to go bad, and even some of the black is starting to flake off a little bit. There's a little bit here where it's starting to flake off. Well, what I used on this, I've got about 6 or 7 coats of, let me set it over here for a second. Yeah, I think you got a good shot of that, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I did.
What I used on that was this Krylon Crystal Clear. Now, let me give you a little history about when I started using this. And I've been recommending this for years now. When I started using this, I started using it as a real quick exterior finish. Somebody else is going to get that phone, I hope. You guys know we just roll. Anyway, I use this as a real quick exterior finish when I was carving signs on site up at Oatman, my little shop in Oatman. I haven't been up there for several years now, but I did this finish, just one coat on quick signs up there for people because it dried so fast, and it says exterior on it. This is crystal clear, and it's acrylic. And I never had any bad feedback on it. I really didn't. So I've been using it ever since and put multiple coats on signs, and I think 1 or 2 people got back to me and said that the finish started to go bad or whatever, and that's why on stuff with extreme weather conditions I would go back to my old standby, which is the Helmsman spar urethane, this is about $10 a can. This is about less than $4 a can. So anyway, I've been using this ever since. As of today, as of now, I am not recommending this for exterior signs. If it goes bad on my sign, then I'm not going to trust it on anybody else's sign. So that brings up another kind of a follow-up point. Always, guys, always check the brand newest information. If you want stuff on finishing, if you want stuff on sanding, because I'm always kind of evolving and I'm learning too. So if you have any questions on finishing, when you go to the finishing playlist, always check the newest one first. Or I guess, yeah, the highest number or the newest one. If it's coffee and questions, it'll have the date on there. If it's a newsletter, it will be the highest number on the newsletter. Anyway, so as of today, guys, this is not what I'm recommending for exterior finish. I'm going back to my old standby. Now, I'm going to check out some other stuff too, but for interior, I don't think there's ever going to be an issue with this stuff on interior, at least not that I know of. But you guys are going to see me refinish that sign. So in the coming weeks, I'm going to completely refinish this sign. I'm going to sand it down. I don't know if I'm going to have to recarve it, but I'm going to sand it down, and you guys will see the whole process on that.
Are you going to ruin my crown?
Yeah, we're going to have to pop off your rhinestones there. I'll try and save them if I can. But those wouldn't work real well on a sanding belt.
No.
So I'm going to pop them off first. So that's, anyway, guys, I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to try and go back as much as I can where I use that Krylon on camera and put to reference this video so you guys can see that. But anyway, so spread the word. You guys can do what you want to do, but I'm not recommending the Krylon anymore for exterior finishes. So I'm using a lot more brush coats of the actual Minwax too. I'm kind of getting that process down. I'm going to show that on an upcoming video as well. All right, so number 2. Here's a question from Carol Simpson.
Sit back, baby.
And lean back. Okay. So it goes on for quite a bit, but it's worth it. So I had a rather interesting transaction today at my local Ace Hardware. I was in the store looking for carbon brushes for one of my older routers. Sales clerk asked me what I was doing with my router, and so I pulled out my phone and showed him the signs that I make. He started asking how much they were, etc. Then he asked me what it cost me to make the signs. I was totally caught off guard. That was the last questions I expected him to ask me. Now, since sarcasm is my second language, which I thought was cool, I wanted to ask him what he made an hour, but since this was a potential customer, I just told him it depended on the size, the graphics, etc. Do you have any better reply to such a question? So I haven't had that question very many times, but my answer would have been pretty much like Carol's. It depends on the material. It depends. If I had to buy that piece of walnut, for instance, that would be a lot more expense out of my pocket than it would be for a piece of my cedar fencing or a piece of my redwood. So there are other things that come into play. The finish comes into play. All of your expenses. How much does it take to make a sign? Is it a sign this big or is it a sign this big? So I don't really answer that question specifically because there's not a specific answer to it. So I would have answered it much like Carol did. It depends on the size, depends on the material I'm using. Some stuff is cheap, some stuff is expensive. So, but that really has nothing to do with it. That was just a guy trying to figure out whether maybe this is something he wants to do, or whether people are overcharging for their signs. You get goofy questions all the time. So anyway, that's but I thought it was kind of interesting. All right, so now I'm going to show you what I've been working on. Now, you guys that have followed me for a while, you guys that are brand new, you may have come to my channel through what I call a collaboration through Colin's channel, Woodwork Web, who he gave me a great shout out, and a lot of you guys came over from his channel. That's what I call a collaboration. I work with, and I've done this quite a bit for the last several months, I contact other YouTube channels that have big channels, and I make signs for them, and in exchange for them giving me a shout out. Well, the way you guys normally see this is after the YouTuber actually gives me a shout out on their channel. I don't think I've ever showed a sign that I haven't sent yet to one of these YouTube influencers, but I'm going to show you one now because this one is different than something I've done before, or I haven't done one like this in decades. We're at 10 minutes. Okay. So the reason I'm doing this, number one, this guy's channel is really big, and he cracks me up. He's got he's a little rough around the edges, a few more four-letter words in his. So let me just warn you, if you're going to go check out his channel, and I suspect that a lot of you will, and I watch his channel. He's a country boy, a little rough around the edges, but you guys, many of you guys may know this guy. His name is Outlaw, and this is a sign that this is what I worked on over the weekend. So, you guys know I use redwood, and I use pine, and I use cedar, but I wanted to kind of mix the two. So I took and laminated this board together, a combination of select pine and redwood. So I ripped my strips, sanded them down, planed them down, and glued this whole thing together to make the board.
Turn it around and see the back.
Oh.
That's awesome.
So I'm pretty happy with this, and normally what I would do, guys, is I would show a picture of this, or I would show the video. Hopefully that Outlaw will give me a shout out on his channel. I'm going to put a couple more brush. This has just got one coat of the of this on it right now, but I'm going to put probably 2 brush coats on this as well. But anyway, I was really happy with the way it came out. A little different, and I got to say that the reason I'm doing stuff that is a little bit different, kind of pushing me beyond what I normally do, it's because of you guys. You guys do so much cool stuff and send me pictures all the time. You guys are forcing me to kind of think outside the box and try different things. And so I really I kind of like this this kind of thing, and I'm gonna start doing more of it. Matter of fact, I just got a new toy over the weekend. Got a nice planer, so it makes it a little bit easier when you have a planer to do stuff like that. So that's it.
Seminar.
Yeah, that's it. So some reminders. This Saturday, the 30th, is our LTS. And for you, those of you that don't know, that's live training seminar. We will be broadcasting live for 1 hour, hopefully, if our signal holds out. We're out in the middle of nowhere, guys. Literally, we're out in the middle of the desert, and our signal out here is really iffy sometimes. So we have had issues in the past. We're trying to get them solved, but I'm committed to do this live training session. I've got something special planned that I've never done on camera before. So on Saturday, our live training session, LTS, will be from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. That's Arizona time, so wherever you're at. But for those of you that can't watch it, and I think we'll probably be doing it Facebook Live with my iPhone. For those of you that can't watch it, or you're not on Facebook, and I know many of you aren't, I will also be broadcasting by the end of the weekend. I'll be posting it on YouTube. So you guys will be able to see it. You just won't be able to see it live. The last 20 minutes of all the LTSs, we do a Q&A, where literally we get questions from you guys and we answer them right live, real time. So for me, that's the most fun part of the whole thing. So that's that. So I'll remind you again on Wednesday, another Coffee and Questions on Wednesday. The other thing is the seminar. Our announcement last Friday on the seminars coming up in October. A lot of you guys are signing up and sending your money in and all that. So go check out the special announcement, last Friday's special announcement. But basically the seminars are October 5th, October 15th, and October 18th. $50 for an 8-hour seminar, which we cut the price like drastically. So more people can make it, because it's going to be here in Golden Valley, but most people that are flying in are flying into Vegas. We're providing transportation down here and a bunch of other stuff. We're going to have a page up, and I know I've been saying this, but we really are going to have a page up. But if you have questions on it, email my wife, ArizonaGirl1961 at Yahoo. Her email will be on the screen here. My email's on the screen, and both down in the description below. What else?
Like, subscribe.
Yeah, please like, subscribe,
Thumbs.
Tell all your friends, send them over to our channel, and gosh, I can't think of anything else. I'm kind of out of words, I guess. Yeah, hard to believe. All right, you guys, have a great week. We will see you on Wednesday, and make some sawdust. It'll make you happy. Bye.